Hello again. It's day 5, and this was a much more leisurely day. Today we had our tourist day, so we had our lovely guide Ryan Kwan, who took us to sort of the big tourist areas in Seoul. So we went and saw the Royal Palace and the huge and sprawling Secret Garden, and that was fantastic. Just discovering all of the different areas there. We also visited a traditional house in Seoul, a traditional Korean house. Then we had lunch, and after that, had some free time. So I went off and went up on a cable car to one of the highest points to see out from Seoul Tower on and just have a look at the incredible views and try and get some perspective on this incredibly large city. So quite a short day, really, but it does give me a chance just to give some of my reflections on what's been happening, particularly I think on the legacy that of the Anglican Church, which is probably quite unknown. Really, I think the Church of England history is maybe slightly well known in England, but the history of the Anglican Church and particularly around missionary work, going off to other countries, there's sort of an uncomfortableness, particularly around that idea of perhaps people didn't want to know or people were enforced. But a very different perspective hearing from Ryan, who you might not have guessed from his picture, but he turned out to be 57, and his great grandfather was the first Korean to become a Christian, and his joy and gratitude for that gift that was given to his great grandfather, and passed down, was one of those that just made you realize perhaps we don't recognize what we've got to offer in the Christian faith. It's very hard to go back to the first generation that in your family that became a Christian. Perhaps it was quite recent, but the reality is most of us may have been around the church for a long time, and perhaps we don't recognize the great gift that we've been given. Uh, so just something to maybe remind ourselves of, that we have something that people around the world treasure. And Bishop Kof, who was the first bishop here, his name is revered. He's probably forgotten in the Church of England, but in Korea, his name is revered because of what he did and the gift that he gave to Korea. So hopefully an encouragement to you in your faith this morning. God bless.